I am in the camp of Americans who are bewildered and disappointed that my choice for president will be Trump or Biden. I could never vote for Trump. Putting aside all considerations other than age, both are too old to serve another 4-year term, in my opinion. The February 2024 New York Times Siena poll has Trump leading Biden 48 to 43%. With the remainder undecided or supporting a third-party candidate. Those who support Trump, and 48% of his supporters strongly support him and are enthusiastic in supporting him, have had 9 years to observe his fitness for office, to read his tweets and speeches, to judge his mental stability, authoritarian tendencies, malevolent and mean-spirited nature, his cheapening of discourse into juvenile name-calling, and his lack of honesty, and have nonetheless concluded that he deserves another 4 years as president. If convicted of felonies before the election, Trump may still receive over 75 million votes in the November election. With a conviction, I would predict his vote percentage in Tennessee, my home state, might fall from 58 to 55%, with over 80% of the self-proclaimed evangelical Christians voting for him. After 9 years of listening to Trump and seeing him in action, there is no realistic hope, in my opinion, that his supporters will change their minds before the election, no matter what Trump does or says between now and then. There's not going to be an awakening where they suddenly see Trump for who and what he obviously is. That is just the way it is now, and it will be that way no matter what Trump does or says during his second term in office. 47% of those polled strongly disapprove of Biden's job performance, and I'm still talking about the New York Times Siena poll. That would include some voters who did select Biden in 2020, but have become dissatisfied for one reason or another. Israel's attacks in Gaza have resulted in significant civilian casualties, and that is causing many Democratic voters to move into the strongly disapprove category, including Muslims, young voters, and liberals. Some who voted for Biden in 2020 unjustly blame him for inflation, a topic that I've previously discussed in great detail. My conclusion is that problematic inflation would have occurred if Trump had won in 2020. Blaming whoever is president for problematic inflation during their term is normal and to be expected. There is probably less than 1% of the voting population who understands the factors that generated problematic inflation in 2021 and 2022, and who recognize that those factors would have caused inflation irrespective of the party affiliation of the president during that period. My next video will discuss the Republican nominee for North Carolina's governor. The primary is on March 5th. The likely winner is Mark Robinson, a Trump clone with black skin, though possibly more objectionable than Trump when judged on the kind of incendiary comments that both routinely make. Trump compared the guy to Martin Luther King. His selection is similar to the Republicans nominating Herschel Walker in the 2020 Senate race in Georgia, which is and was a cynical effort to use a black candidate to peel away some normally Democratic voters. I will be voting in the Tennessee primary on March 5th. Joe Biden is the only Democrat on the ballot. I will be voting for Nikki Haley. Why? She is, at least in my opinion, mentally fit to be president, and the likely winner of the Tennessee primary, a Republican primary, is clearly unfit, in my opinion, and I would never vote for an authoritarian, demagogic psychopath, even if I agreed with every policy position that she or he advocated. And I've never come close to that kind of agreement with anyone that I've actually voted for in my entire life.